A very popular and widely used technical indicator are the Bollinger Bands, developed by John Bollinger. And the indicator is used to measure the volatility or the degree of movement of a stock or any other financial instrument. To accomplish the above, the Bollinger Bands consists of three components. The center line, which is a simple moving average of price. The upper Bollinger Band is plotted as a standard deviation level above the center line, and the lower Bollinger Band, which is plotted as a standard deviation level below the center line. As the upper and lower Bollinger Bands are both based on a standard deviation from the center line, they will adjust for fluctuations in the underlying price. The bandwidth in Bollinger Bands play an important role in visualizing the degree of volatility. A high bandwidth is an indication that price movements are fierce and thus volatility is high. A low bandwidth indicates low volatility and shows that the price is moving rather quietly sideways in a narrower price channel. A strong downtrend will cause the lower Bollinger Bands to be persistently crossed for an extended period of time. And the longer this period lasts, the more likely it is that the end of the trend is in sight. When the price moves rather sideways and the distance between the upper and the lower Bollinger Bands narrows sharply, it is an indication that a larger move in either direction may be about to occur. The Bollinger Band squeeze play occurs after a period of low volatility where the upper and lower Bollinger Bands are squeezed closely together. As visible on the chart, the price moves sideways in a tight trend channel. This squeeze is used as part of a breakout strategy where traders go long or short as soon as the price closes above or below the upper or lower Bollinger Bands. Here you can see some other examples of stocks where there were clear signs of contraction in the Bollinger Bands shortly before the actual price breakout. Trading when the stock undergoes a small price decline in the direction of the main trend is a common strategy in which Bollinger Bands are used. In the example, the trend changes to positive once a breakout above the ascending triangle occurred and the first higher high and higher low were confirmed. In that case, the center line or lower Bollinger Bands can be used as target points where opportunities may present themselves to enter the market and benefit from the existing long-term trend. These are some additional examples of stocks where the price fell back several consecutive times to the middle or the lower Bollinger Band, from where the price recovery eventually began. Bollinger Bands can just as easily be used as part of a mean reversion strategy. We mentioned earlier that when volatility is high and the bandwidth is wide, the probability increases that the existing trend will lose momentum and eventually reverse. It is important not to take an opposite position simply because the distance between the upper and lower Bollinger Bands is large, or because price has hit or broken a Bollinger Band several times in a row. Always keep in mind that these are mere indications and not isolated trading signals. Additional converging elements, such as for example the reversal occurring at an earlier support or resistance level, are very important to strengthen the hypothesis of a reversal before taking the trade. ChartMill allows you to apply filters that use the Bollinger Bands. These can be found under the Indicators menu on the Stock Screener page. Multiple filters are available. For example, you can specify that the most recent closing price should be above the upper Bollinger Band or below the lower Bollinger Band. Or you can search specifically for stocks which are maximum 2 or 5% away from one of the two Bollinger Bands. And keep in mind that these are default values which can be deviated from by using custom filters. Suppose you want to keep only the stocks whose price is at less than 1% of the upper Bollinger Band. This is not possible with the available predefined filters where you can only choose between 2 or 5%. To still be able to set such a filter, open the Custom menu. For the left-hand side of the comparison, select Property and then Current Price. For the comparison itself, select Greater than or equal to. And for the right-hand side of the comparison, select Expression. And here we are going to define the 1% distance of the upper Bollinger Band. For the left-hand side, select Property and then Upper Bollinger Bands. For the operator itself, select Multiply by. And for the right-hand side, select Constant and enter 0.99 as the value. So with this operation, we have defined a price just 1% lower than the current upper Bollinger value. With this custom filter, you now get to see only the stocks that are at max 1% away from the upper Bollinger Band. So the stock screener currently shows 75 results. The only problem is that you also get to see the stocks whose price is effectively above the upper Bollinger Band, as in the example of DICE. If you also want to filter out those results, you can easily do so using one more filter, added via the existing predefined filters, which states that the current price must be below the upper Bollinger Band, and this will remove another 6 stocks from the original 75 results. In our trading ideas section, there are several screening ideas available which are based on the Bollinger Bands. These can be found on the trading ideas page. There is this squeeze play breakout screen that uses the Bollinger Bands indicator and the Keltner channels to find stocks whose price is in a narrowing price channel. By default, the entire database is searched, but you can already select more specific regions from the documentation screen. Click on Run in the stock screener to run this screen. On the results page, you can then adjust the filters used or add additional filters as you wish. And there is also a mean reversion screen available that searches for reversal points based on the Bollinger Bands indicator. Again, you can find more information on the documentation page of the specific trading idea, and from here you can run the screen in the stock screener. As you have undoubtedly noticed, the Bollinger Bands indicator is a very versatile indicator that can be used for multiple strategies. All the info covered in this video can be found in our documentation section of the website. Below the video I will post a direct link to that particular article. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.